Hello, young minds and curious hearts. I am back with part 2 of episode 3 of Srimad Bhagavat Puran for Tiny Tots. Right, guys, in the last episode, we have heard a lot of stories, but today I'm going to cover only through three super special stories. These three stories are going to be one amazing magical stories. If you have not gone through the last parts of the video of Srimad Bhagavat Puran, you should go and watch first, second episodes in the part 1 of episode 3 also. This is going to be the part 2 of episode 3. And today we are going to start with our Bhishma Pitamah story. So this is the chapter 9 of the first canto creation. And the chapter 9 is named as Passing Away of Bhishma Pitamaha. So what happened in this story? We are going to look into it. Once upon a time in a magical land called Kurukshetra, there was a wise king named Yudhishthira. He had many brave brothers and they were all friends with the amazing Lord Krishna. Actually, we already heard about Pandava, right? Yudhishthira is the first child, the eldest one of the Pandavas. One day, after a big battle, King Yudhishthira felt sad because many people had been hurt. He went to see his wife and old grandfather Bhishma, who was lying on a bed of arrows. Lord Krishna, with his friend Arjuna and other wise beings like sages and priests, followed King Yudhishthira. They all came to meet Bhishma. Bhishma, despite being hurt, praised the goodness of Yudhishthira and his brothers. He told them that sometimes life brings difficulties, but we must face them with courage. He explained that everything happens according to the plan of the mighty Lord Krishna, who is like a superhero. Even though Krishna looks like us, he is the powerful and kind leader of all. Bhishma shared stories and wisdom about duty, love, and the importance of doing the right thing. He said that Krishna is always in our hearts, helping us and guiding us, even though we may not see him. As Bhishma talked, everyone listened carefully. He spoke about the beauty of Lord Krishna and how Krishna had helped them in the battle and challenges. Bhishma, with tears of joy, told them to focus their minds on Krishna and to trust in his love and guidance. He reminded them that Krishna is present everywhere, in the sun, in the wind, and in each of our hearts. In the end, Bhishma closed his eyes and with a peaceful smile, he merged into the loving presence of Lord Krishna. Everyone felt a sense of peace and happiness knowing that Bhishma was now with the Lord. King Yudhishthira and his brothers, along with Lord Krishna, returned to their kingdom. They ruled wisely and followed the lessons of Bhishma, always remembering the love and guidance of the Lord Krishna. Here, what we have to understand is Bhishma was on the bed of arrows very near to death. Being in the bed of arrows for numerous days has given him a lot of pain. But by the end, he was actually paying off for his bad deeds. And in the end, he has immersed himself into the goodness of Krishna. And so the story teaches us that even in tough times, we can find strength and guidance from within, just like King Yudhishthira and his brothers did, with the help of Lord Krishna and the wise words of their beloved grandfather, Bhishma Pitamaha. So, like this, our ninth chapter has come to an end. Let's dive into the 10th chapter. The 10th chapter is named as Departure of Lord Krishna for Dwarka. So, what happened in this is once upon a time there was a wise and kind king named Yudhishthira. He ruled over a beautiful kingdom called Hastinapura and he had many brave and loving brothers. And one day, after a big battle, they were able to bring peace and happiness back to their land. Lord Krishna, who was like a superhero and a very close friend to the king, helped them in their adventures. After the victory, Yudhishthira and his brothers ruled their kingdom with great love and care. The people in the kingdom were very happy because the king and his brothers treated everyone with kindness. Lord Krishna stayed with them for some time, and together they celebrated and enjoyed their victories. The kingdom became prosperous, and the land was filled with abundance. The rivers flowed freely, the fields were full of crops, and the cows gave lots of sweet milk. One day, Lord Krishna decided it was time for him to go back to his own city, Dwaraka. King Yudhishthira and his brothers felt sad because they would miss their dear friend. Lord Krishna assured them that he would always be with them in their hearts. As Lord Krishna left, the people in the kingdom were filled with gratitude for the peace and prosperity they experienced under the rule of King Yudhishthira. The king and his brothers, along with their loving subjects, bid farewell to Lord Krishna with prayers and love. This journey of Lord Krishna took him through different lands and cities. Everywhere he went, people welcomed him with joy and offered him gifts. The story of his kindness and adventure spread far and wide. In the end, Lord Krishna reached his magical city Dwaraka. The Panchala, Kurujangala, and other lands he travelled through were filled with beautiful sights and lovely people. Lord Krishna's journey was like a wonderful adventure, and the memories of his time with King Yudhishthir and his brothers were cherished by all. And so, the tale teaches us about the importance of kindness, friendship, and gratitude. Even when friends have to part ways, the love and memories shared stay in our hearts forever, just like the friendship between King Yudhishthira and Lord Krishna. And this how our 10th chapter of the first canto came to end. Now we are moving on to the 11th chapter, which is named as Lord Krishna entering into Dwaraka. Let us know what happens next after Lord Krishna enters into the Dwaraka. So, once upon a time in the magical city of Dwaraka, there lived a great and powerful king named Lord Krishna. The people of Dwaraka loved and adored him, and they were always eager to see him. The moment they heard the sound of his conch shell announcing his arrival, the entire city lit up with joy. Lord Krishna, with his enchanting smile and beautiful blue form, entered the city. The citizens were overjoyed and rushed to greet him. They brought offerings and expressions of love to welcome their beloved Lord. The people of Dwaraka spoke to Lord Krishna with deep affection, praising him for his greatness and expressing their gratitude for his protection and guidance. They considered him their mother, father, friend, and the ultimate source of blessings. "O Lord," they said, "you are our ultimate rest, and we are successful in every way because of your blessings. Please continue to shower us with your mercy." As Lord Krishna proceeded through the city, the residents had prepared a grand welcome for him. The roads were adorned with flower flags and festive decorations. The houses were cleaned and decorated, and the people eagerly waited a glimpse of their beloved Lord. The women of Dwaraka, filled with excitement, gathered on the rooftop to catch a sight of Lord Krishna. His arrival was like a grand festival for them. They couldn't get enough of looking at his beautiful face and were grateful for the opportunity. In the midst of this joyful reception, Lord Krishna visited his father's house. His parents Vasudeva and Devaki embraced him with overwhelming love. The joy of their reunion was so intense that tears of happiness flowed freely. As Lord Krishna entered his place, he was greeted by his queens, all 16,000 of them. The queens were overjoyed to see their husband return home after a long journey. Their hearts filled with love, and they couldn't help but shed tears of happiness. The queens considered Lord Krishna's feet to be the ultimate shelter, and their affection for him was boundless. They embraced him in their hearts and then, shyly covering their faces, embraced him visually. The love and devotion of the queens for Lord Krishna were beyond compare. Despite the queen's attempt to restrain their feelings, their love for Lord Krishna was so strong that it moved them to tears. Lord Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, enjoyed these expressions of love from his dear devotees. And so, in the enchanting city of Dwaraka, the love between Lord Krishna and his devotees blossomed, creating an atmosphere of joy, devotion, and eternal happiness. The story of Lord Krishna's return to Dwaraka teaches us about the boundless love that exists between the Lord and his devoted followers. This way, we are ending our chapter 11 of the first canto. And tomorrow, I am going to bring you with another amazing stories, which are going to be 7 to 8 stories. And tomorrow, we are going to meet Parikshit, Dhritarashtra, and other amazing superpowered people, superheroes. And now, if you liked the 3 stories, I'm going to meet you tomorrow. Wait for me, and don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and share it with your friends also. Signing off. Bye bye.